how's it going? My name is Dr. Michael Allen, and the pretty lady right there next to me is my wife, Lori, and right in between us is our dog, Dolce. All right, so I've got somewhat of a strange weight loss tip to share with you today. It's one that's been used by over 200,000 people in 106 different countries. It's also one of the most important tips that I share with my patients here in the clinic in Carmel, Indiana. Now, it's a very simple tip that can help you quickly lose 1 to 2 inches from your belly in under a week. Okay, now here's the thing. I gotta warn you first. This video contains one of my biggest fat-burning secrets, and I'm only gonna have this online for a short period of time, so please be sure to watch it from beginning to end while it's still here. Okay? And again, you may think that you've heard it all, and maybe you've tried it all when it comes to dieting, but you have probably never heard of this. It's not some magical weight loss pill. It's not a new ab gadget or some super secret way to perform a sit-up. In fact, this dates all the way back to the 1950s and helps explain, without a shadow of a doubt, why a whopping 70% of all Americans are now considered obese. And no, it's actually not just because we eat too many bad foods. I'm going to show you actually how you can eat bad foods and still lose weight. But before I get into the specifics, let me quickly tell you a little bit about myself. I'm a board-certified chiropractic physician. I'm a certified wellness practitioner, certified advanced nutritionist. I'm a speaker, also an author, and have been blessed to have been able to have helped thousands worldwide. Now, the one specific tip I'm about to share with you helped my wife Lori to lose 2 inches from her belly, lose 8 pounds in only 9 days, lose 2 inches from each thigh, lose 3/4 of an inch from each arm, drop 3 dress sizes at the age of 30, by the way. And you know what? She now wears a smaller dress than she even did in high school. All right, so not only will you lose inches off your belly fast, but using this tip will allow you to see much faster permanent results when you do decide to start a proper weight loss program. Okay, so after Lori started the specific weight loss program, I'm going to tell you about it in a couple of minutes. She lost, are you ready for this, a whopping 90 pounds and dropped 14 dress sizes. Okay, so here's a picture of Lori before. She went from this, weighing about 210 pounds, to this. She now weighs 120 pounds. Doesn't she look fantastic? And oh, by the way, she achieved all of this with, well, first of all, without counting calories, without starving herself, without killing herself with some crazy diet. And she was able to still eat all of her favorite foods, including the raspberry cheesecake ice cream that you see right there, which she absolutely refused to give up. Okay, so knowing what I'm about to share with you is going to make you realize why the popular, well-known diet programs simply cannot work long-term. These mega-rich weight loss companies, well, they make money off people like you and me by selling us stuff that leads to, at best, temporary results. The cycle goes something like this. First of all, we give them money, right? We follow their program, we lose a little bit of weight, then we gain it back. We then find another program or product, likely owned by the same company, but with a different brand name, and, oh yes, we give them more money. We lose a little bit of weight again, and then gain it all back. And the vicious cycle keeps going and going and going, making us fatter and fatter, and them richer and richer. You know what? It's crazy, and it's frustrating, yet it's so true. Anyway, let's get back to the topic at hand. And before we really jump into things, I want to give you a tiny anatomy lesson. This is the key to actually being able to eat bad food and still burn fat. It's about your liver. Now, the sole purpose of your liver is to break down fat and filter out harmful substances through what's called bile in the small intestines. Okay, so then the liver recirculates these bile acids back into the small intestines, and the entire bile pool recycles through the enterohepatic circulation 6 to 8 times a day. Now, I know this sounds complicated, but stick with me for a second. If this recirculated fluid is high in fat and or toxins, this will always lead to excessive weight gain, making it almost impossible to lose weight permanently. Now, if the liver does not regulate fat metabolism efficiently, weight gain tends to occur around the belly area, and a protuberant abdomen, also known as a potbelly, will develop. Another sign of an unhealthy liver can be a roll of fat around the upper abdomen. This is often a sign of a fatty liver. And keep in mind, it can be almost impossible to lose this abdominal fat until the liver function is improved. Now, that's one of the major reasons that the older we get, the fatter we get. What I'm basically trying to say is this. When your liver is clogged up with junk, it will make you fat, no matter how much dieting and exercise you do. I mean, think about it. You ever wonder why whenever you would diet and then you would stop, you'd gain the weight right back? Well, clean out your liver properly and it will turn right back into the fat-burning organ it once was. Hey, look, imagine starting a good weight loss program with a healthy liver that's burning fat for you 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, even while you're sleeping. Hey, the key here is that you get your body as healthy as possible before beginning a proper weight loss program. The reality is this, starting a weight loss program without cleansing and purifying your body is basically setting to fail before you even begin. Based on Lori's success, as well as hundreds of our patients in the clinic, we've developed an all-encompassing system designed for long-term, life-changing results. And we call this system the Fat Loss Factor. It's made up of several easy-to-understand components. Step number 1 is all about cleansing your body, which we've touched on slightly in this video. Step number 2 talks about the specific fat-burning foods you should eat, so you can still enjoy those bad foods like cake and cookies and ice cream in Lori's case, and still continue to lose weight. Step number 3 teaches you the reason you're completely wasting your time if you're doing cardio like the so-called experts teach. I'm going to show you how you can do it super fast and get better results. Hey, look, there's no reason to kill yourself in the gym unless, of course, you enjoy it. Step number 4 teaches you something that will likely shock you. It's the real reason that all diets eventually fail and the reason the Fat Loss Factor program cannot fail. Once you get through step number 4, you will never look at weight loss the same ever again. The stuff I teach in the Fat Loss Factor program isn't a bunch of nerdy mumbo-jumbo and unrealistic steps that need to be followed. It's written in a very straightforward do this and then do that kind of way that anyone can understand and follow. It's written for the real world, and it isn't fluff and theory like most of those weight loss programs that are out there. It's the same stuff that I teach my patients in the clinic here in Carmel, Indiana. Hey, and to prove to you that Lori's transformation wasn't just a fluke, let me quickly introduce you to some others that have followed our full Fat Loss Factor program with amazing results. Okay, take a look at Matt. This is Matt from Monrovia, Indiana, and these are his before and after pictures that you see right there below. Now, Matt lost 65 pounds in a few short months, and he didn't just lose fat, but he replaced it with lean muscle. Or how about Matt's wife, Rachel, who simply followed the Fat Loss Factor course with her husband? Now look at this. Rachel completely reshaped her body at the age of 38. Look at her before and after pictures. Amazing. And this is Tim. Now, Tim lost 74 pounds of fat at the tender age of 50. In fact, he even ran his first 5K race recently, right? And that's something he would have never even dreamed of doing previously. Now, if you're one of these folks, an emotional eater, maybe someone that's had slight success with other diets but gained it all back, or someone that struggles with late-night eating, or someone that's a stress-induced eater, the Fat Loss Factor program will dramatically help you with all 4 issues. I have seen and personally helped thousands of people with these issues and have structured the Fat Loss Factor program to address each of these specifically. With the full Fat Loss Factor program, you're going to get the exact same system that